Some people think a fling is harmless until they realize the damage is permanent. For me, it still haunts me every single day. I never imagined I'd be the kind of woman to watch my husband love another woman right in front of me, but that's exactly where I ended up, living that nightmare in the most humiliating way possible. It began 2 years ago when Evan and I had a rough patch. Our marriage wasn't perfect, but I thought we were just exhausted. We'd been together for 8 years, juggling careers, bills, and the struggle of trying for a baby. The spark had dimmed, yes, but I believe we could reignite it. Then came Jeremy. He was a co-worker from another department. Charming, funny, and most importantly, he noticed me. It began with harmless banter over coffee, then lunches, and before I could fully process it, things turned physical. I told myself it was just a fling, a way to feel alive again, something I could tuck away and forget. Jeremy never pushed for more, and I convinced myself that made it safe. I kept it hidden for 6 months. But guilt has a way of rotting you from the inside. I ended things abruptly, blocked his number, and threw myself into fixing my marriage. I planned date nights, left love notes for Evan, even suggested therapy. For a while, it felt like maybe we were finding our way back, until she showed up. Her name was Madison. Tall, beautiful, with the kind of confidence that made the whole room tilt when she walked in. We met at one of Evan's work events where she was introduced as a new colleague from marketing. But the way his eyes lit up when she spoke, it wasn't professional. It was the exact look he used to give me in the early days. I told myself I was paranoid. After all, I was the one who crossed the line before, so maybe I was just projecting. The signs piled up fast, late nights, hush phone calls, sudden attention to how he dressed. 3 months later, Evan sat me down at the kitchen table and said we should separate. His voice was steady but cold. No mention of Madison, no confession, just a clean, surgical cut. I didn't fight it. How could I? I had no moral high ground. We divorced quietly and amicably, and within weeks, he'd moved out. But Evan didn't disappear from my life. We had mutual friends, which meant I saw him often, and Madison was always there. I watched her on his arm, whispering in his ear, touching his chest like it belonged to her. The first time I saw them kiss in public, I thought I'd collapse right there on the sidewalk. It wasn't just a kiss. It was slow, deep, full of tenderness I hadn't seen from him in years. And the worst part? She looked at him the way I used to. I told myself I deserved this. Karma for what I'd done with Jeremy. But the more I saw them together, the more I wondered if Madison had been the reason he left. One night, after too much wine, I texted Evan. Was she worth it? He didn't reply. 2 days later, Madison did. Just one message, more than you'll ever know. I confronted her at a mutual friend's birthday party. Did you two start before the divorce? I asked. She didn't hesitate. Of course we did. You think he just woke up one day and decided he was done? No, sweetheart. He found someone who made him feel alive again, the way you didn't. She smiled when she said it. I froze. My own hypocrisy pressed against my ribs like a blade. In the weeks that followed, I saw them everywhere, holding hands at the farmer's market, dancing at weddings, sharing inside jokes like they had their own private language. It always felt like a performance meant for me. The final blow came at Mark's engagement party. The music slowed, and Evan pulled Madison onto the dance floor. They moved like they were the only two people in the room. Halfway through, he kissed her forehead, whispered something, and she laughed. In that moment, I knew he had never loved me like that. I locked myself in the bathroom, stared at my reflection, and realized that while my makeup was perfect and my smile convincing, inside I was hollow. I had lost him long before Madison appeared. Watching him love her wasn't just painful. It was a reminder that I gambled with something irreplaceable and lost. People like to say time heals all wounds. But sometimes time just makes you watch the person you once loved become everything you wish you still were for them. I thought a fling was harmless. Now I live with the image of my ex-husband's happiness burned into my mind, an endless reminder that some mistakes can't be undone. She thought she could walk away without consequences. But when love changes hands, the one left behind has to watch, and keep watching.